Okay, good morning, everyone. Our esteemed guest, Mr. Liu Yiqi, Director of Social Service Institute, DAS and DAS Academy Board of Directors, partners of the DAS Academy, faculty members, colleagues, and class of 2024. Thank you for giving me the honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this significant occasion. Okay, today is a day of celebration. Look at the chairs. Even they look ready to celebrate. Graduates, as you sit here today, take a moment to reflect on the sacrifices you have made to reach this point. Consider the countless hours of studying, the late nights fueled by caffeine and determination, the moments of self-doubt overcome by sheer willpower. Remember the times you chose to prioritize your studies over social events, the weekends you gave up for assignments, and the times you have desperately asked ChatGPT and Google to help. Let us also not forget the sacrifices made by those who supported you along this journey. Behind each of you stands a network of family, friends, mentors who have been your pillars of strength. They have been there to celebrate your victories, to offer encouragement in moments of doubt, and to provide a shoulder to lean on when the weight of responsibilities seemed too great. Let's give them a big hand. Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." You won't get anywhere unless you start the journey. Congratulations, graduates, on starting this journey. You have started well, and we are celebrating your victory today. A new beginning is always filled with excitement and anticipation. But it is also fraught with errors and dangers. As you step forward, you may find that the path isn't always clear and smooth. The early stages of this new phase can be difficult, but that's okay. It's a time filled with uncertainty, where the skills you have developed over the years will be tested in new and uncharted waters. I recall the day I bombed my first training session, a phonics workshop. That was 18 years ago. Can we have that photo, please? Okay, so look for me, I'm in yellow. Okay, so that was the clueless me. Okay, that was me in 2006 when I had no experience, no confidence, no idea what I was doing. Then I hummed and hawed at the questions parents and teachers asked. And I noticed, and then I noticed people started leaving the session before even the session ended. And that was a step to my self-esteem. Those were my rough and tumble beginnings. I wanted to quit. Perhaps I was not cut out for teaching adults. I doubted management's reasons for placing me in training. Perhaps they just needed someone to fill in the gap. I wish I could tell you that things took a turn after that episode. Unfortunately, there was no fairy tale. I did not have overnight success as a lecturer. I trudged on. It took almost 20 years. Now, I play a significant role in DAS Academy, which has been recognized as a domain expert in dyslexia and learning differences by the Social Service Institute, SSI. Okay. DAS Academy works alongside heavyweights like SSI, MOE, the Ministry of Education, USW, University of South Wales, and SUSS, Singapore University of Social Sciences, to equip and upskill educators and caregivers to eventually create better outcomes for children with learning differences. But here is what I have learned. The challenges we face at the start of a journey are not meant to deter us, but to prepare us. The difficulties and obstacles teach us resilience, creativity, and strength. They push us to grow in ways we might never have imagined. The special education sector is a place of care and nurture. Many of you have chosen this path because you want to contribute to something bigger than yourself. This path is hard work, but it is also hard work. So how do we overcome the initial challenges? The first, for me, is to remember to humanize education. The needs of our neediest children start with the requirement to be humanized. As teachers, we sometimes get too caught up with educational pedagogies, more than connecting with our children. Honoring a child's humanity helps us to better meet the child in the different pedagogies we subscribe to. Humanizing education involves providing empathy-based student voices and choices. It reminds us to ask questions like, did I make a new connection or deepen an existing relationship with my students today? Did I see my students today for who they can be? And how would each of my students know I truly care about them? Humanizing education gives us a stronger sense of purpose in what we are doing. When we humanize education, every child feels special, cared for, and no one feels invisible. Connecting with my own students as fellow beings keeps my sense of purpose strong. Meet Magdalene, who is also here with us today. Magdalene, can you wave? Oh, hi. Okay, so she is here with us, and she is one of the recipients of our lifelong learning learners. She is an energetic 70-year-old grandmother who takes it upon herself to support her granddaughter with dyslexia, who is now in DAS. An ex-lecturer, she needed time to come to terms with the differing learning needs of her granddaughter. She turned her frustration into positive energy and took up our Skills Future courses to inform and equip herself. And then we also have Yingling, who unfortunately could not be with us today because of caregiving responsibilities. She has 2 teenage sons with autism, and she has been enthusiastically taking our Skills Future courses to improve her caregiving skills, in the hope of giving her sons a better outcome in life. She eagerly practices the strategies we have taught her, even bringing her homemade cue cards to me to check if she's doing it right. Talking and connecting with students like them gives me great strength and purpose to continue what I am doing for the community. Overcoming the struggles you will face in your journey also involves the willingness to embrace discomfort. It's about understanding that feeling overwhelmed is part of the process, not a signal to give up. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to learn and develop new skills. While mindset certainly matters, the number of resources you have matters too. Researchers found that people with more resources cope better with stress. You can imagine that more money and time will lessen your stress. But there are also resources that you can actively seek after, such as coping skills and social support. So we did a team bonding yoga on the Sky Garden. Okay, so for me, outdoor running is my non-negotiable ritual for coping with stress. Running along the green corridor is my magic pill for happiness, creativity, and problem solving. You will need to find your own non-negotiable ritual. For those who are still searching, you could consider walking, especially since you could kickstart your non-negotiable ritual for a good cause. Let me take the chance to tell you about a DAS walk that is coming up on the 4th of October in 3 weeks' time. Okay, sorry for the advertisement, but I really mean it. Walking can be a non-negotiable ritual and a very important one. I think our CEO can identify with that. Okay, so Walk with Roy is our most ambitious fundraising walk to date. This is a 24-hour walk to raise awareness for dyslexia, as well as raise funds that will benefit our bursary students. Roy, where's Roy? Is he here? Outside? Okay. Roy, our dedicated facilities management officer, he will walk 90 kilometers, covering all 13 DAS learning centers within 24 hours. So you can walk the talk for learning differences by joining me and us on the walk. You don't have to walk all 24 kilometers, although we already have some colleagues and friends who are doing so. Visit and sign up at our friendly booth outside. Okay, there is a Walk with Roy booth just next to the real gray pillar outside. Okay, so sign up today. Okay, so finally, the journey gets easier when you shine with others, not alone. If we want to impact the society, we cannot do it alone. Collaboration is vital for the collective progress of our society. In our increasingly interconnected world, collaboration is more than a skill. It has become a necessity. Whether you are entering the workforce or pursuing a new phase in your career, the ability to work effectively with others will be a cornerstone of your success. Collaboration fosters creativity, drives innovation, and builds the strong relationships that lead to meaningful achievements. For example, DAS Academy has partnered SSI to make invisible learning differences visible on the Skills Future frameworks. What does this mean for our stakeholders? Our partnership ensured that key stakeholders are no longer deprived from accessing special needs support skills because our courses are now significantly funded by Skills Future Singapore. To date, 343 individuals have attended our training network model T&M courses. Parents, educators, social service agency staff, hospital staff, and SPED school teachers. We are thankful to have many of you with us today. As you move forward, seek out opportunities to collaborate with others, embrace the chance to work in teams, share ideas, and build networks. Recognize that each person you meet has unique insights and strengths that can complement your own. We are aware of a growing awareness of dyslexia in the region, as DAS Academy has been approached to spread awareness in the region on many occasions. We felt that the best way to meet these needs was to extend our courses beyond our traditional classrooms through electronic learning. While we have the special needs knowledge and expertise, we lack expertise in e-course development. And we found our lack in our SUSS colleagues. SUSS UniLearn is here with us today. Okay, they are committed to lifelong learning that equips learners to serve society. Together, we developed 9 e-courses which have since impacted more than 1,200 individuals within and out of Singapore. By working together, you create an environment where everyone can shine, and collective success becomes greater than the sum of its parts. DAS Academy also connected with like-minded media personality Evelyn Tan to launch the first episode of our podcast series. Evelyn is a mom who proactively equips herself to support her boys with dyslexia. With her star power, we were able to further spread dyslexia awareness and a message of empowerment among the masses. I cannot oversize the importance of surrounding yourself with people who share your vision, because our combined brilliance can paint a brighter picture for learners with dyslexia and other learning differences against the canvas of a dark sky. I hope these words from my heart will uplift you as you face and navigate the difficulties that come with starting something new. We have among you many fresh graduates who have joined this sector because you want to contribute to something bigger than yourself. We have among you parents or grandparents who took up this specialist teaching because of your own children. And what I need you to know is many social service agencies are started by parents who saw the need not just for their own children, but also for other people's children to receive a quality support that is customized to meet their particular needs. We also have among you many students joining us mid-career, which is very valuable because you bring with you a host of experiences which will enrich your classroom teaching. Whichever your starting purpose, keep your flame burning brightly, just as how one candle can light many others without losing your own flame. Congratulations, class of 2024. May you approach the future with courage and resilience. Okay, thank you.